Okay guys, good morning to everyone. Till now we are discussing legislative powers of the president. Okay, there are two options in front of you. President can disqualify the members of parliament on his own. President cannot disqualify the members of parliament on his own. Which sentence is correct? Mind that president cannot disqualify the members of parliament on his own, because president decides on questions as to disqualifications of members of the parliament in consultation with the election commission. Mind the keyword election commission. Okay, if you don't give attention while reading, then you will lose marks. President can disqualify the members of the parliament, okay, but he has to consult with the election commission for that. After that he can do it. He cannot do these things on his own. Okay, then another thing, which of the following bills requires the assent of president for introduction in parliament? Okay, a bill involving expenditure from the consolidated fund of India, a bill for the alteration of boundaries of states or creation of a new state, a bill for constitutional amendment. Generally what we do, we think that constitutional amendment, and it is a great bill. Okay, it will have to it will amend the constitution. That's why we generally leave the first two bill, and generally we take the constitutional amendment bill. Because why? We don't read laxmikant carefully. Okay, we are in another world. We are thinking about our friends while reading laxmikant, etc. and etc. In this way it will not be happen. While laxmikant हम जब laxmikant पढ़ता हो ना, हमारा आंखें like the eyes of Arjun, okay, whose attention was only on the birds, okay, hanging on the tree. Okay, see, there is no need of assent, presidential assent for the introduction of constitutional amendment bill in parliament. Okay, always mind this. But a bill involving expenditure from the consolidated fund of India, a bill for the alteration of boundaries of states, or a bill for creation of a new state. Okay, these bills requires assent of president for introduction in parliament. Again, there is another bill you will find in later chapter. If any state introduces any bill, okay, for interstate trade, okay, that will have which will impose tax on another state. Okay, in such cases also this bill requires the presidential assent for introduction in parliament. Okay, so mind that a bill involving expenditure from the consolidated fund of India, a bill for the alteration of boundaries of state, a bill for creation of new states. These three kinds of bill actually requires the assent of president for introduction in parliament. Okay, then another thing is that presidential assent in case of central bill or in case of state bill. You see, generally for assent of an ordinary bill, there is no time frame in our constitution. Don't be puzzled. Okay, you will find option in the question that president has to assent in an ordinary bill. President has to give his assent to an ordinary bill within 1 month. President has to give his assent to a money bill within 14 days. Here the second sentence is right, but the first sentence is wrong, because Indian constitution has not given any time limit to give assent to a ordinary bill. Okay, mind that Indian constitution has not given any power, has not given any time frame within which president has to give his assent to an ordinary bill. Okay, this is another thing. Again, another thing, in case of central bill, what happens if an ordinary bill is not given assent by the president? Okay, after a time frame it is taken as passing, and if an ordinary bill is sent back by the president, I told first sentence is wrong. Okay, if an ordinary bill is resent by the president to parliament, okay, and the parliament again passes the bill and sends it back to president for assent, then this second time president has to give his assent. Okay, in first instance, mind that there is Indian constitution has not given any time frame within which president has to give his assent to an ordinary bill. Mind that, be careful, I am telling ordinary bill, not money bill. Okay, for money bill there is a 14 days time frame. Okay, but if if president resends a bill to the parliament, and parliament again passes the bill and again gives the bill to president for second time for his assent, this time president must have to give his assent, okay, to this bill. But I am telling that this second presidential, the president must have to give his assent to an ordinary bill for the second time when it is resent by the parliament to him for his assent. It is in central bill. In case of state bill, you see there is no time frame. Okay, no time frame for central, also no time frame. But what is the speciality of state bill? In case of central bill, what happens? If the parliament passes the bill for the second time, president must have to give his assent. But in state bill, even if state bill, if president rejects the bill or first time, president resends the bill to state again. If state again passes the bill and again gives the bill to president for his assent, then even this time also there is no binding that president must have to give his assent to this state bill. Okay, understand what is the difference between ordinary bill in case of center and ordinary bill in case of state? In case of state, it is not obligatory for the president to give his assent even if the bill is again passed by the state legislature and sent again to him for his consideration. Okay, in state bill, it is not obligatory for the president that even though the bill is sent again to him. Okay, but in case of center, what happens? If a bill is sent to the president for the second time, this time president must have to give his assent. Okay, but this rule is not applicable to state bill. Okay, instead ordinary bill. Okay, now another thing is that ordinance. In case of ordinance, what happen? These ordinances, or whenever any ordinances is promulgated, you will find question. Okay, within which of the following time frame an ordinance must have to be approved by the parliament from its reassembly. Okay, first thing is that you will find 6 weeks. First thing, second option 6 months, third option 2 months, fourth option 1 month. Generally, people, what happen? Generally, in most of the cases we hear that in many of the instances we find the term 6 months and 2 months. Okay, that is why we generally puzzle. We generally give a tukka. हम तुक्का लगा देता हूँ कि ये 6 month होगा, ये 3 month होगा. ठीक है, ये एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन बहुत आसान होता है. ठीक है, बट एग्जामिनर जो होता है ना, जो पेपर सेट करते हैं, वो लोग हमारा जो मानसिक स्थितियाँ है, ठीक है, उसको निरीक्षण करते हैं जनरली. ठीक है, उसको ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. ठीक है, कि वो ये हमेशा ध्यान रखना, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम जनरली हमारा जो मानसिक स्थिति है ना, जो मेंटल कंडीशन होता है, उनके साथ उन लोगों ने खिलवाड़ करता है. ठीक है, जनरली व्हाट हैपन, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ आवर केयरलेसनेस व्हाइल रीडिंग. हम जनरली पढ़ता हूँ ये 6 मंथ के अंदर ये करता है, बिल अप्रूव करना पड़ेगा, 2 मंथ के अंदर ये करना पड़ेगा. जनरली हम इसलिए उसके 6 and 2 के अंदर कुछ चूज कर देता हूँ. बट 6 week is very uncommon. Okay, very uncommon. While you're reading polity, that you will find that 6 weeks 6 सप्ताह ये बहुत अनकॉमन होता है. ठीक है, जनरली उसके लिए हम ध्यान नहीं देता हूँ. ठीक है, बात इसीलिए एग्जामिनर ये क्वेश्चन पूछता है. ठीक है, बात हमेशा ध्यान रखना, एन ऑर्डिनेंस जब पास होता है, जब अप्रूव होता है कैबिनेट से, तो उसके बाद जब पार्लियामेंट भेजते हैं, उस पार्लियामेंट ने उसको 6 week के अंदर वो ऑर्डिनेंस पास करना पड़ेगा. एन ऑर्डिनेंस मस्ट हैज टू बी अप्रूव बाय द पार्लियामेंट विद इन 6 weeks. ओके, की टर्म weeks within its reassembly. It is not 6 months, it is not 2 months. Okay, then another thing is that which of the following report is not submitted by the president to parliament? Okay, you will find Comptroller and Auditor General, Union Public Service Commission, Finance Commission, and etc. Okay, but all these reports are submitted by the president to the parliament. Okay, especially the commission who is appointed, commission or constitutional body who is statutory body who is appointed by the president. president submit the report of this body to the parliament, and in case of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe commission, their report also is submitted by president to parliament. Okay, mind this thing. Another thing is that president can legislate by making regulations in Puducherry, but only when the assembly is suspended or dissolved. We generally know that in Delhi, Puducherry, there is a assembly, okay, state assembly, and president does not directly administer these union territories through administrator, lieutenant governor, okay. But if the assembly is dissolved in Puducherry, then president can directly administer this union territory, okay. Then another thing is financial power. It is very easy. Minded, no demand for grant can be made except on his recommendation, okay. He can make advances out of the contingency fund of India to meet any unforeseen expenditure. You will find a question in exam: which of the following funds requires the permission of the president for withdrawal money from it? Contingency fund of India, public account of India, okay, and consolidated fund of India. For consolidated, it is parliament, okay, and for contingency fund of India, it is the assent of president which is required, okay. In case of judicial power, you see, it is very easy. All know he can pardon death sentences, okay, he can lessen the death sentences, but the most noticeable key term generally we ignore is court martial, okay. Generally court martial is then, it is not a regular court, it is an army court, okay, it is an army. Okay, in case of judicial power, what happens? Judicial power, it is very easy. Generally, we all know about this thing, but here we ignore a term. Generally, it is court martial. Okay, court martial. Mind the term court martial. Okay. In court martial means it is not a regular court; it is an army court. Okay. The mind that president has a President has all power of pardoning, all power of reprieve in case of court martial also. Okay, we generally don't ignore this term, or this term is unfamiliar for us. Okay, generally if we find question regarding this, which of the following is not a judicial power of the president? Okay, if we see the term court martial, then there is a chance, then 100% chance, then most of the people will think that it is not a judicial power of the president, but court martial is a judicial power of the president. Okay, mind this thing. Then I skip something: diplomatic, military, emergency power. You will read yourself. Okay. Then I switch up to veto power. Okay. In case of veto power, what happens? Absolute veto means whenever a bill is given to president for assent, president outrightly at the very first hand reject the bill. Okay, it is not in Indian scenario. Okay, it is not in Indian scenario. It is absolute veto is not seen in India. Okay. Throughout this, what happened? The president totally withdraw his assent to the bill. Okay. And then another thing is that qualified veto. Qualified veto is in America. Here, what happened? When a bill is passed, when bill is passed by the parliament, it is given to president for his assent. If president reject the bill, then bill goes back to parliament, and after that, what happens? Parliament, if the parliament passes the bill through a specified majority, okay. If the president passes the bill through a high majority, then president has to give his assent to the bill. But in case of Indian scenario, it is not qualified veto, it is suspensive veto. Okay, suspensive veto means when a bill is sent back, bill is passed by the parliament, the bill goes back to president for his assent. President rejects the bill again goes to parliament. Okay, but if this time Parliament passes the bill with ordinary majority. Mind the term ordinary majority and specified majority. Okay, then president has to give his assent. Means in India there is no suspensive, no qualified veto. Why? Because only ordinary majority is required for the pass of a bill in second time. Mind that you will find option in the question. If a bill is sent back to parliament by the president and then Parliament must have to pass the bill again through special majority for the assent of the President again. If a bill is passed back to the Parliament by the President, the Parliament must have to pass the bill through ordinary majority for the assent of the President again. Here the first sentence is wrong, second sentence is correct. In India, it is not qualified veto. Why not qualified veto? Because when a bill is sent back to Parliament for the second time, there is no need that Parliament has to pass the bill through special majority for the assent of the President again. Only ordinary majority. If only ordinary majority is required to pass the bill by the Parliament, then it goes to President again, and President gives his assent. Okay, it is not of a special majority, it is ordinary majority, and that is why it is suspensive veto. Okay. And pocket veto. In case of pocket veto, I have already told you that in case of pocket veto, what happened? The Indian Constitution has not given any time frame within which a ordinary bill has to be passed by the ordinary bill has to be given assent by President. Okay, that is why it is called pocket veto. Pocket veto means there is no time frame. President can let the bill remain in his table for lifetime. Okay, it is also pocket veto. There is no time frame then within which you have to give his assent to the bill, but not ordinary bill. Oh, sorry, money bill. Okay, in money bill, for money bill, President must have to give his assent within the stipulated time frame. Okay, these are the things important. Okay, but again another puzzling question might arise, which might puzzle. Okay, one such question is that there is no time frame within which the President has to give his assent. There is no time frame for any bill. There is no time frame for any bill. There is no time frame for President. Sorry, let me restructure the sentences. There is no time frame for any bills within which the President has to give his assent. Okay, this sentence is right or wrong? Tell me. There is no time frame for any bills within which the President has to give his assent. The sentence is wrong. Any bill, the use of the word any makes the sentence is wrong. Not any bill. Okay, not any bills. Okay, any bills matlab here also come money bill, but for money bill there is a stipulated time. Okay, it is applicable to only ordinary bills. Okay, till now we have discussed lots of things. Again I will come back with another chapter. Okay, till then take care, bye bye, and I hope you are helpful and you read the chapter President and try to remember and try to recapture the things what I am telling to you. Okay, bye.